All right, we're good. We're going. It's
All
live.
right.
Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
I checked on both of our channels. I haven't uploaded anything in like 2 months, and that was probably just like a live stream or something. And you haven't uploaded in 9 months.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
Yeah.
And I have people just commenting. They're like, "Are you coming back?" I was like, "I don't know, maybe." So
Since I stopped playing Siege, like I was getting those comments for a long time. I'm at the point where they don't even show up anymore. Like it's over.
you've been forgotten about.
Yeah, man, my revenue's down to a third of what it was. It's unfortunate.
Dude, I'm getting, I think, $15 a month, which sucks.
I think I might be making half as much as you. I think I'm at $8 a month. Let me check.
I guess that probably makes sense because like live streams don't really, like, not many people go back and rewatch live streams.
I mean, I
But you
had
have
a
some,
lot of
like,
popular videos, but
Yeah,
your videos are more like yours won't go out of style because like yours are more search result oriented for like games and stuff, but mine are just Siege. And now that Siege is like kind of going under, like there's no one's looking up stuff anymore. Okay, so the point of this video, that was sort of our intro. This is Anything Gaming, and I'm
Hello,
Elemonader,
I'm
but
Anything
we're
Gaming.
Will and Mace. So yeah, 720 is my current revenue. Yeah, we're just gonna discuss which Halo we're going to end up playing until Infinite comes out. I might get it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Infinite's going to be so good if they don't mess up anything. If they promise so much, and even the trailer that they've released was like, people are like, all right, you're already freaking up. So they just need to keep it on track.
So, what are your Halo credentials? Like, why should people not stop listening to this?
All right. So I was a pro in some big V's at Halo 5. Made close to $1,500 competing in tournaments and stuff. Done that. I've played Halo my whole life. Played through all the campaigns on Legendary. I know that's a big accomplishment people have to have if you're going to listen to their opinion. I've just played it my whole life. I have like, I think 2 months, 3 months of time in like each Halo game, which is, well, not each Halo game. All right, Halo 5, and then like probably MCC in total probably has like 3-4 months, which is a lot of time when you think about it. Like, I think about that, I'm just like, oh my god, 3/4 of a year.
Wow. Wait, 1/4 or 3/4 of the year?
Oh wait, probably like 1/4 to 1/2. I'm thinking. Probably somewhere in there. I'll go pull up my hours after this.
Okay. Yeah,
see.
and I have very little experience playing Halo. Halo Reach was the first game I got for my Xbox, but like I have not really ever played it. But out of all the FPS out right now, I don't really want to play any of the battle royales except maybe Escape from Tarkov. But
I haven't even heard of that one.
You have, dude. That's like
No.
That's top 6 games being played on Twitch right now.
Right now?
Yeah. Dude, Halo's not even on it. I tried finding one Halo. Dude, Smash and Siege have more players than Halo does right now, which is really sad.
I bet.
Ugh.
The only time Halo ever gets viewers is if like one of the like legit pros are online and they're streaming it, and they'll get like a couple thousand viewers, but like if it's not somebody that's like notable, no one cares.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so our point is basically we're going to decide which Halo we're going to be playing competitively. I guess not competitively. Well, semi-competitively. We're going to do 2v2s primarily, I guess, because that seems like the most fun. And we got to decide which one we're going to play. So,
all right. I'd say go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So, I guess the title would be like in 2021, which Halo should you play? And yeah, let's go. Let's figure it out.
And, oh god, not Halo Reach or Halo 4. Not competitive.
Okay.
to the point that Halo 5, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo CE are probably. I know Halo Reach, a lot of people dislike that. When it came out, caused a huge riff in the Halo community
Okay,
because
so
they put Bloom in there.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to instantly rule out Halo Reach because
What?
how much I know you haven't watched it a lot, but the only person who's like Halo videos I consistently enjoyed watching are ninjas, and he played super competitive in Halo Reach, and it only
He
has like
did.
2 or 3 good maps, but that one seems to be a lot of fun to me because the movement system is like super basic, which I really appreciate. And so it seems to be mostly about like map control, simple move. Like there's just simple movement, and there's Bloom. Is there not Bloom in the newer ones?
No, there's never been Bloom in any Halo game except Reach, which is why it's so infuriating for a lot of Halo players.
But Bloom's a good thing. We could just.
Not
Why is Bloom
Halo.
bad?
Mm-mm.
Why is it bad?
Bloom's because like it if you're playing a game professionally and like it's just hit scan, just like without Bloom, just where you point your gun is where your bullets are going,
Yeah.
and then it's just all of a sudden just switches up on you. People like left Halo when that happened. They went to like COD and stuff. Like it is
There's
not. Maybe if you're coming from the
Bloom and
outside
Con.
in, you might appreciate it more.
Okay. Yeah.
But like everyone hated Bloom.
Okay.
They took it out quickly after that, and even later on, they did some MLG settings and disabled it. So if we're playing doubles, I forget if it's MLG doubles that they got in MCC or not, but they might have taken Bloom out, so that might be a possibility.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought so
Yeah,
apparently the
everyone.
Halo community gets whatever it wants. I didn't know that. Except,
Oh yeah,
okay, no, they don't. But that's interesting.
they get what they want after the fact. They'll be like, they'll be like, "Hey, fix this," and they'll be like, "Okay," and then they'll be like, "Hey, by the way, when a new game comes out, make it exactly like this." And we'll be like, "All right," and then do the exact opposite, and then spend the time in between Halo games fixing it,
Okay.
and so it ends up at the end, it's a good game, but in between, everyone's just suffering.
Okay. So if we had to eliminate 3 Halo games that we're not going to play right off the bat, what would they be?
Halo 4, Halo Reach.
Okay. I'm kind of sad about Reach, but I'll trust your opinion.
The only all right, Halo 3 and Halo 5 are for sure in,
Okay.
but I'm trying to decide between Halo 1 and Halo 2 because Halo 1 it really focused on doubles, but well because like when the Xbox came out, Xbox Live wasn't a thing at first.
Mm.
So they built Halo CE for 2v2s primarily, and then they had a couple maps for if you system linked and all that. But there wasn't like 4v4s that they like primarily had in mind. It was 2v2s because that's what you could play on one console.
Yeah, because you can only have up to 4 people. Okay.
But the skill gap is pretty massive. So like
Yeah.
spawns are a huge thing in
Mm-hmm.
Halo CE, and if you know where people spawn, you know where they spawn. Like there's not, and you totally control it. So like wherever you place yourself, like this is basically how it is in every game, but like to Halo CE, it's like an extreme amount to where like to the point that people like before they kill somebody, they'll throw a nade where they're gonna spawn, kill them, and then when the nade lands, they'll kill them again. Like it's that bad that you can predict it so
Okay.
much. And also there's some like pretty high skill plays that you can make with nades as well because all the weapons move based off grenades. So like you can throw a grenade across the map, and if you hit it perfectly, it'll shoot the sniper rifle all the way across the map back to you. So that's pretty infuriating for a new player. So it's really hard to like get in. But Halo 2
Okay.
also has a massive skill gap where some people say there were glitches, some people say that it was like on purpose, but there's button combos that are absolutely insane. So like if you're in front of somebody, it's like BXB or BXR where you can kill somebody in like half a second, where you punch them, reload, cancel the animation, and then you could punch them immediately after. And there's so many button combos like that. There's also like sword flying, where if you have an energy sword and you have a
Okay.
sniper, you can zoom in on somebody, switch your weapon, and your reticle will still be red from the sniper that's zoomed in, and then you can lunge with the sword and they'll shoot you across the map. So
Wow.
it's I don't know if Halo 2 has more of a skill gap than Halo 1, because Halo 1 is pretty up there, but I would say the majority of the Halo community would say that Halo 2 has the highest skill gap out of almost every Halo game, except
Okay.
maybe like 5 or 3.
Okay. So how abused is stuff like that in the game?
Um, well, if you're at the level that we would be entering in, it's not really used that much,
Right.
but there's a point where like you have to know that stuff if you're going to rank up. So for the top percentage of players, it's incredibly abused, very much abused.
Mm, okay.
Especially in Halo CE. Halo 2, you can get away with a little bit more because I know the energy sword isn't really in competitive that much. And so like that sword flying doesn't really come in. But like the BXR is very much used, and I still haven't even perfected it. It's pretty hard to do, but if you can like master it, then like you have a massive leg up on everybody else. Halo CE is a lot easier to master. I remember there's a lot of button combos in that. You can like can't you can it's called like a secondary reload, where you like switch your weapon, reload, switch it right back, and it'll reload that one while you're shooting your weapon. Like just simple stuff like that. Yeah, it's really weird. You'd have to look it up, but um that those are a lot easier to learn. So maybe that would provide like a quicker in
Okay.
for you.
So
But like Halo 5, Halo 3, and then one of those two.
I'm thinking with the two that have all those button combos. First of all, because of all the Smash I've been playing, like Smash is currently at 60 FPS, and for some of the combos I have to hit with Roy, there's like I have 2 frames to execute some of this stuff. Like I had no idea that Smash was like that. So like I've kind of gotten a feel for button combos and stuff like that, which I've never done because I've never played fighting games. So I feel like that would be like a pain, but I know that I could handle it. But the problem
Mm-hmm.
is that kind of stuff is not likely to make it into Halo Infinite, is it?
All right. If you're going for like getting ready for Halo Infinite, it would have to only come down to Halo 5 and Halo 3.
Okay.
The weapons are going to be a lot more like Halo 5, but the movement with competitive, at least what they're saying, is going to be a lot more to Halo 3. There is
Okay.
going to be sprint though. So I'd say that it really comes down to Halo 3 or Halo 5 if you're going to play this trying to get into Infinite.
Okay. That might not be the worst mindset to have going into it. Is to whichever would be closest to Infinite, but still enjoyable. Because like, do you think that Halo 1 or Halo 2 are like more fun to play than 3 or 5?
Okay, personally, because I've gotten really good at Halo 5, and this is pretty, the majority of the Halo community are older than I am,
Yeah,
because
I
Halo 2
know.
and Halo 3 were like where it's at. So I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm this weird generation that grew up with 343 games like coming out rather than the OG games. So I like Halo 5 a lot better than Halo 3, and I would get absolutely crucified. There's probably people clicking off this video right now because they just heard that.
Okay.
But like I that's what I like grew up with. It's like whatever you grow up with.
Okay.
And so I can't play Halo 3. I get really frustrated because there's delayed hit scan on a lot of the weapons. It's
Okay.
like the battle
Explain that.
rifle.
Explain that.
All right. So you have to like lead your shots, which
On aim
is
assist?
pretty, yeah, on aim assist. It's pretty nuts.
Does that exist
And
in any of the others?
um not on any of the like weapons that like are in
Oh no,
competitive.
I
So
mean
like the
any of the other
needler,
games.
no. No, it doesn't. Halo, I think No, it doesn't. Nope, just Halo 3. I know Halo 2, Halo 1, Halo 5 are all hit scan. Halo 4 is making me think it might be like very slightly delayed hit scan because I
Okay.
know the BR was also the primary weapon in that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive Halo Reach isn't. Um,
Yeah,
but
no.
yeah,
From what I've
that's
seen, a Halo Reach is hit scan and like tracing, not leading. Um,
so like I don't like leading my shots because in Halo 5, it's wherever I aim and pull the trigger, that's where my bullet's going. There's no delay. That's just where it is.
mm,
And so getting really good at that and then going to Halo 3, it's very frustrating. And also the pace is a lot slower. So the maps are a little they're not as big. So they kind of play the same way, but like because Halo 5 you have sprint, you have advanced mobility, so you can thruster and all that.
yeah.
Um, but Halo 3 doesn't have that, and it doesn't even have sprint. So they had to make the maps a little smaller to compensate for that,
Okay.
or smaller and like playing. So like the maps themselves might be the same size, but like you can position yourselves to where like I can control this part of the map just by standing here. Where in Halo 5, that area is a lot shorter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like the
Okay.
maps might be the same size, but like how they play are pretty different
Mm.
because of like the speed that you're moving at.
Okay. So, would you say that Halo 3 is more rewarding for map control?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay.
Because like in Halo 5, if I want to get from one half of the map to the other half of the map, I can do that pretty quickly. Halo 3 though, you just gotta walk. And
Okay.
so like if somebody controls that part of the map, you like have to go through them. Within Halo 5, you can like sneak somebody through to the other side pretty quickly. But Halo Infinite is going to have sprint. So, is it going to be more like Halo 5?
Okay. Okay. So, how
I know the
do you? Yeah, you go.
no, I was just gonna say that like Halo 5, I totally forgot what I was gonna say actually. I totally forgot. Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. Um, I was gonna move on. So if you think of it, let's come back to it. But I was gonna say, um, power ups. I played when I was playing locally the other day. I was playing Reach, maybe 4, because I was on the Master Chief Collection. Is 4 in the Master Chief Collection? It should
Yeah,
be.
every
Okay.
single Halo except 5 is in the
Okay.
Master Chief Collection and like Halo Wars and all that.
So I think I was playing Reach in 4, and like when we spawned in, it looked like we already had a power up given to us. Is that the way it
Okay,
works in 2v2s, or do you collect them? Can you explain that?
so in Halo Reach and Halo 4, so Halo Reach you can spawn with an armor ability. So
Hmm.
sprint, armor lock, jetpack,
Yeah.
and armor lock, everyone hates it because it takes a gunfight and it just stops it and you just
Yeah.
gotta sit there and
I
wait for
have
the other
noticed that.
people. Yeah. Halo 4, everyone hates because you have loadouts, so there's not even starts. So you can literally spawn in with like a bolt shot, which is basically a shotgun if you're close enough, and then like a DMR. So that's like basically like a nerf version of shoddy snipes right out,
Yeah.
to get. And so nobody really likes that. Halo 4 also it has sprint as a base, but you have extra abilities you can use. So I know there's thruster. Um, I'm pretty sure that was the only one that they ever like tried to do competitively. Because there's like a bunch of other stuff like regeneration fields, but that's mainly like multiplayer, like social stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but like loadouts, no one likes, and that's definitely not going to be in
Yeah.
Halo Infinite.
Okay.
Halo 3 and Halo 5 though, they do have power ups, and that's a big part of maps and stuff.
I've noticed that.
They have Invis and Overshield in
Hmm.
both of them. Overshield's a little more important in Halo 3 because you get more. But Halo 5, you can like use it faster. So like Halo 3, once again, you got to walk. So if people are positioned correctly, you got to walk through them. They have more time to shoot at you. Halo 5, you can just run in. I have done this multiple times where like you got 4 people in a hill, you get Overshield, and you can just get all of them
Right.
just by that one Overshield, just because you can move so quickly.
Yeah.
Invis, I'd say they're about even because I know in Halo 5, a lot of people say that Invis is more important than Overshield because they usually spawn at the same time. And Overshield is a lot, it's like susceptible to, Invis in the like one hit back in the punch. Wow, one hit punch in the back. Um, so I'd say they're about even there, but they're both a very big part of the competitive.
Okay.
Doubles though, they're not going to be in there. I don't. I think Overshield and some and Invis and some, but there's not going to be two. I believe they update the playlist
I
a
think you're
lot.
right.
I know for yeah, I know for some. So like Halo 5, there's definitely maps that have Overshield and Invis, but not as many. I'm pretty sure there's some that have none.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because at first when I was playing, I was like, I didn't really understand. I'm like, why is such a competitive game doing stuff like throwing rocket launchers and like noob tube weapons, like the sticky nade launcher and the nade launcher and all these power ups. And then I realized that is how they force you to keep going at each other and like keep the gameplay fast. Is if you are dominant at this point in time, you're going to receive these rewards, and that's going to further heighten your gap. But if you can overcome that, then usually you can sort of pick it up. Like, I understand why it's there, and I can appreciate it now that I figured that out, watching competitive and going through it a little myself. So I like that kind of stuff. So what are like the base power ups in 3 versus 5?
So they're both going to be Invis and Overshield.
Okay, what are the ones you can like choose to start with, or does that not exist in 2v2?
So you can't choose to start with anything in Halo 5 or 3. Just what you're given is what you're
Okay.
given.
Okay.
Um, in Halo 5, it's sometimes pistols, sometimes they start you with DMR, sometimes BRs.
Okay. I like all of
Um,
those.
yeah, Halo 3 is, I'm pretty sure it's just BR. Like, it's pretty much
Okay.
BR only. So if you get really good at BR, then you're really good at like almost every game mode. Well, and see, oh my god, Halo 5, it like switches some.
Okay.
The pistol's still the main one,
Yeah.
but it'll switch sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I have noticed that. That was one of the things that like I initially started liking when I first started watching Halo was I watched Halo 5. I'm like, "Oh wow, they're all using pistols." I didn't really understand. I'm like, "Okay, the assault rifles are up close." Okay. And then I like the BR in 3. I think that's cool cuz that's I'm still pretty new to this. That's the 3-shot one, right? The 3-round
Yeah.
burst. Yeah. I like that because it's not so much landing your first shot every time. You actually have to hit all 3 for the increased damage. I like that. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Okay, so we've touched on power ups, which seem to be the same in the two of them, except Overshield seems to be a bit different. But so you're not spawning in with not Overshield. What's the thing where you turtle up on the ground and become invincible?
Oh, okay. So armor lock.
Yeah, armor lock.
No, like Halo Reach is the only one where you can like spawn in with an armor ability.
Yeah, okay. I do not like that.
Yeah, it's not competitive at all. It's really cheap.
Okay. One question about armor lock though. I have noticed that in objective play, like I want to say it's domination, but what is it where you have all the hard points that you have to capture? Like in the match you sent me.
That would be Stronghold in Halo 5.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Halo 3, I do not know.
Okay. So wouldn't armor lock help you absorb nades when you're on the point? Yes, I understand. So, would armor lock help? You're muted. Would that help you absorb nades and stuff like that when you're on the point? Because I feel like that would be helpful. Okay.
So you're 100% invincible with armor lock. There's nothing anyone can do to kill you. So if you just need like a little bit more time to capture something, you just armor lock and you got it.
I like that to counter nade spam because nade spam sucks, but it seems to be part of Halo.
And also, if you get close enough and you hold armor lock for long enough, when you like release it, it'll send an EMP out, and anyone close to you, their shields are gone. which is
Wow.
also annoying because you can't like just wait for them to get out of armor lock
Yeah.
and then just
Okay.
no one likes it.
Okay, that does sound kind of stupid. I like the anti-nade thing, but I'd rather just have like a trophy system or something. But that doesn't exist. Okay. So movements. What? Okay, yeah. I want to talk about movement now. Because from what I've seen in Halo 5, despite the fact that there's such advanced movement, you know what? Let's talk about the movement first, and then I'll move on to the point I was trying to make. What are the differences in movement between 3 and 5?
So Halo 3 is pretty much just cut and dry. You just have running, you can crouch jump, which is jumping, but you get a little higher. You can get
Okay.
to a lot of extra places like that. That's pretty much in every Halo game.
Okay.
And then just jump, and that's it. Halo 5 has so much more.
Okay.
So there's certain exploits you can do in Halo 5 so like let's say you run, you slide, you jump, then you boost. You can move a whole lot faster than just sprinting and boosting.
Okay.
So there's exploits like that. Also, if you find anywhere with a 90-degree corner and you thrust jump into that, it'll just shoot you up really high. So there's maps where there's like 3 levels of playing, and you're supposed to like go 2, 3,
Yeah.
and if you use it correctly, you can just go 1 straight up to 3 in like a second, and
Okay.
that's pretty overpowering if you don't know how to use it against other people. And so Halo 5 is like really, it's advanced movement. It's a lot more advanced than just Halo 3 is just running or not even running, just walking around and jumping.
The walking everywhere is like pretty. It's kind of strange to me, but I played like a little bit of Valorant and Overwatch, where it's sort of like you have 1 movement speed. Does it at least vary for the weapon you have? Like a pistol, you run faster, or not even? Okay.
No.
Okay. So those are the differences in movements. Is it like Call of Duty Black Ops 3, where the movement is just like, sometimes it feels like it's a little bit ridiculous, or not really in 5?
I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. Close quarters is a little, your sensitivity is a lot more like a factor in fights if you're close up,
Yeah, I know.
because one thing a lot of people like to do is they'll get somebody behind them, run, jump, boost back, and then you can just ninja them, and
Yeah.
that's what came ninja.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the interview where he talked about it. That's the only way I know about it, though. Okay.
So I would never say that you feel cheated because of the movement, though. Like it's always just like the other guy's better than you.
Okay.
When like a lot of games, like you feel like if this had gone my way, or like that's cheap. Like Halo 5, it's just like the other dude was just straight up better than you.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Okay, so for movement, we did touch briefly on map design, but how open are the maps on 3 versus on 5? Because when I was watching 5, I felt like it forced a lot of close quarter engagements, and I don't know that I like that.
Well, that has to do with, once again, like the BR and pistol.
Okay.
So if you have closed or open maps in Halo 5, across the map, since it's hit scan, I can just get you. So like I can snipe you across the map.
Right.
Where in Halo 3, they're a lot more open, but it's a lot harder to hit your shots because the BR has, delay, or you have to lead them, a lot of stuff like that. But close quarters combat is definitely bigger in Halo 5 than Halo 3.
Okay. So
which I kind of like.
So my thing watching it was, when I was watching like Reach gameplay, there were no real trades. And if it was a trade, it's because the guy usually would kill one person, manage to get the other guy low enough to just come up and they melee traded. But when I'm watching like competitive 5v5 or 2v2s in 5, there's so much melee trading, and it made me sick.
Yeah, Halo, there's a lot of trading. Halo 5 because like it's 3 shots and a punch and you're dead every time. So like if you get 3 shots, you're going in for the punch, and usually both people land those shots the exact same time, unless you're far away. And if you're close up, you're both going for the punch because you'd rather just get the free kill and sacrifice your life and then try for a legit kill, I guess.
That sucks. Like, I strongly dislike that.
I kind of like it because like there's like less variation is what I mean. So like I'm gonna have a hard time explaining this, but like if you get somebody like if they have 1% more health than you, then like you win in a lot of other games, which a lot of people like. So like if I'm 1v1ing you in like Fortnite and you get like 10 more health than me, you win. But like in Halo 5, a punch is like half your or it's your shield no matter what. It's like that much damage, which is
Yeah.
a lot of damage out of the whole thing. It's 2 punches and you're dead. So if you feel like maybe they got like a couple more shots on you, but like you're both at the point where like a punch would like end you, you just do it. So like I guess it's helpful for people who don't usually get the majority of the shots. So like
The worst
I can see
player.
where you would find that cheap.
The worst
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
But that almost like increases the skill gap because you got to be really good to get those kills. Then you got to be better. So like,
here's the thing though was I was watching like like I don't know who the pros were. Like they didn't. It was nothing like that. It was just I had seen these people on teams before, and I was watching them do 2v2s on their own time, and it was still like a lot of trading. Almost like they decided it's not even worth it to try and actually outplay as it is just to reset. Because I think that I hate that, dude. Trading in Siege was the worst thing ever because that like the time to kill was different for every single weapon, and you were pretty much never fighting somebody who had the same weapon as you. So the only way to trade was to both headshot each other at exactly the same time, and that should have never happened, and it still managed to happen in Siege, which is stupid. So that would piss me off to no end in Halo 5. Is there a way to avoid that with your playlists? No. Oh god, dude.
That even with the shots, because it's a lot longer to kill in Halo 5. So in between shots, you have a lot more time to like really get your aim down. So you can perfect, which is like 5 shots, and that's the fastest you can kill somebody with a pistol.
Yeah.
It's very common to like both perfect each other and die and just trade that way with guns.
Okay.
Because you have a lot more time to aim.
I don't mind that because the one shot headshot in Siege, it sucks. Like I don't like it. I like it in the sense that in a 1v5, which like I would very rarely I'd clutch, but it's like the sickest thing you can do. The way you do that is by just out aiming them and being the first one to get to a headshot. But because we'd be doing like smaller scale stuff, it would be more about like consistently outplaying your opponent. And then all of that goes away with the dumb melee system, which you no matter what can break somebody down if you just get close enough. Because that was the thing I hated most about 1v1ing my friend at the start, was because once he figured out that I would dumpster him every single time we got into any type of ranged gunfight, he just rushed me with an AR and tried to melee me. But I was able to avoid it because of the way the maps were set up and the fact that movement speed isn't as high. But you're saying that is rampant in 5?
Yeah, it's pretty rampant. You trade a lot.
Okay.
Because like thrusting, you're just like instantly closer by like a significant degree. It's almost lunging, however much that would be.
Right.
And then you can just punch them from there. And the lunge in Halo 5 for punches is pretty big.
Okay. So yeah, that sounds like, because even if they hit you with 2 shots, because 2 shots, it seems to take a while to squeeze off in 5. Even if they hit you with 2 shots and you melee them first, you're still gonna win.
Well, I don't know, because then at that point it's only 2 more shots to kill them.
I
So
thought it
like if
was
they
5.
punch you, it is 5. But like you, usually if somebody gets that close, you're not just gonna take the punch. Like you're punching them.
Yeah, I
So like if
know.
I shoot you twice, you'd both punch, and then unless he gets a headshot at the same time you do, you just got to hit him anywhere in his body and he's dead. And if he hits you in your face, you're dead.
Okay, so if I shoot you twice and then I melee you, how much is a melee worth? And how does it work on the shield? Like if you are already half shield, does it cut into your health or does it just
Yeah.
finish off your shield? Okay. Okay, that makes
So
sense.
I forget the set amount of damage it does. But if somebody shoots you twice and punches, it's either 1 or 2 more shots that might. It's one because the head you're going to be exposed,
Right.
but also might be one just because of the body. Um, I'd say it's just one. So like if somebody shoots you twice and then punches you, then they have 1 shot on you and you're dead.
But you're not sure.
I'm not sure. Um, I am fairly positive though because a
Okay.
punch is like 3 shots from pistol, but I know for a fact that it's like 3 shots like for the shield and you're dead. So if it's 2 shots, that's already a lot of your shield, and a punch, it's just yeah, it is 1 shot. I will
Okay.
confidently say that it's 1 shot.
Yeah, then it's a matter of whether or not you can land 2 shots by the time they're on top of you.
Hmm. But then again, you have the thruster, so you could always back up and
That's true. I guess I could try that. But it doesn't seem to be like that's the thing is from the high like it could be that I'm just smarter than these people I've been watching, which is a possibility, but I don't know if that's the case. Um,
they have been at it for a very long time. So I'm sure they've
yeah,
near perfected the
yeah.
art.
Okay, so we talked about movement. Did I want to talk about the weapons? I just had something in my mind. Oh yeah, sensitivity. Is it the same sense across all Halos, or have they made changes?
They've made changes. It changes pretty much from Halo to Halo. There's like a general sense that it like stays near. But I always change mine to like really low sense but high acceleration.
Okay,
Because I run like a 210,
okay,
which is very unorthodox, but a lot of people they like keep it in those uh three like 3.5 and 8.
okay.
Um, you try and have your acceleration pretty quick. Um,
Yeah.
so you can like turn around when somebody inevitably gets behind you just by thrusting or running.
Hmm.
Um, Halo 3 though, it's not you don't really have to have it as high. I actually turn my acceleration down quite a bit for Halo 3. Just because the odds that somebody gets behind, well, if they do get behind you, you're pretty much screwed with that sense, but there's a lot less chance that that happens.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of people you'll notice in Halo 3, if somebody gets behind them, they don't even like attempt to fight them. They'll just try and like run off.
Yeah.
Or in Halo 5, you'll just turn around and like you'll take your chances.
Okay. Yeah, because I I played very high sense in Siege, and that is the one thing that always confused me about Halo was the fact that everybody manages to thrive with such low sense. And I was
Mm-hmm.
watching some people play. I think I saw some dude was playing on like 3. I'm like, wow, that's low. But yeah, I would maybe play because I was doing 6.5 because I was like doing split screen nonsense. It was like, okay, this is already hard. But I would okay. So it's good to know that people still play at like 8. Found a mask. Um, but I'm okay. So that's how sense goes. So it makes sense people would play lower in 3 and higher in the new ones. Okay. So are the weapon mechanics pretty much the same in all of them besides leading your shots in 3? What do the actual
Um,
weapons do?
so in Halo 3, I'd say there's a lot more like variety in what you can use to kill people. So like the BR is still the main one.
Yeah.
But you'll see people pick up a carbine because if you can hit every shot, it's faster to kill than the BR.
Okay.
So there's a couple of pros that they'll just pick up the carbine, and if their aim's really good, they'll do it. The sniper is a lot harder to use in Halo 3. Halo 5 aim assist pretty massive with the sniper.
Hmm.
No scopes are very easy in Halo 5. You
They're
can
a
flick
lot
it a
cooler
lot easier.
in the older Halos, though. I love watching
Yeah,
that.
dude, if you get somebody in like Halo 3 or Halo CE even that like knows how to use the sniper, you can't win. Like there's nothing you can do. Um, rockets are the same. They travel a lot faster in Halo 5 though, from what I've noticed. So like you can avoid it pretty easy in Halo 3 if you like jump right.
Yeah.
Um, Halo 5 though, if you get the rockets, free kill every time unless you're like really bad. Because like you can just jump up above them, wait for them to boost, and then they got nothing after
Okay. That's another
that.
like serious thing was I'm like how to avoid the rockets. I've seen people do it in like 3 and Reach, and it's a lot cooler because like it's all about just like reading them and making sure you jump at the right time. Otherwise, like you jump at the time that it would be you could kill them faster than it would take you for you to land and then actually absorb the rocket. Like, yeah, I've seen it. I think that's cool. So that's another thing 3 has going for it. Dude, so far, the case has been made that 3 seems to be where we should go. And I understand. Here's the thing. It's not like you and I would be like. It's not like you would be out of it completely. Because, like, again, I haven't really played Halo that much. So I would still have.
Pretty out of it.
I would.
I despise Halo 3, Mason. The multiplayer competitive. I will play it. I will
Okay.
do it. We will do it.
Okay.
But I will also. What are the odds you get both?
Pretty. See, the problem is, I have a list of things that I need to work on in my life, and like already that list is pretty freaking big. It's why I haven't been doing a whole lot on YouTube. Like I'm still playing video games. It's just hard to sit down and make videos, especially since I don't have a niche right now. I got to find something else to do because you could still make views to get or videos to get like thousands and tens of thousands of views because you have your niche, but I don't have that. So right now it's not worth it. So what I'm trying to do is sort of figure out what that is, and I'd like to think that I could like stream Halo and stuff like that, and I could probably get a community going, but it would just be a matter of like how worth it is, because if nobody's playing whichever game we decide to play, then it's not worth it. So that's my next question would be how saturated is 3 and how saturated is 5 full of players versus like pro players? Like what is the competitive scene like still?
So because they managed to take the MCC, which was very much broken when it came out, all the mechanics of the games were broken. The like delayed hit scanner, whatever it is, leading shots was way off. Hey, nobody, you'd like, it's like driving like a car, but like everything's like slightly off. So like it's the same car, but like, you know, when you turn right a little too quick, stuff like that. But they've managed to fix it near to where like it's exactly how it was.
Okay.
And a lot of people really like that. And there's definitely, I'd say Halo 3 is more saturated because like the MCC itself is more saturated.
Wow.
And that's all in like one bubble. Like it's MCC, it has all of it.
Yeah.
Where Halo 5, like people are just sick of it because it's been the game for like 6 years now.
I was surprised when I saw its release date, November 22nd of. Wait, no, that might be when 15. The Xbox came out. I think it was November 22nd, 2015.
Either way, massive amounts of time have been.
Yeah.
It has been a long time. Whereas like with Halo 3, people have had time to like walk away and then come back. And so it's almost like new to them again. And there's also a lot more stuff to like work for in Halo 3. So like Halo 5, everything's done. I have all the armor, I have all the emblems. Whereas with Halo 3 and like MCC, they're still coming out with new, they have like seasons for content now. So like they're releasing unreleased armor that like gets people back in. My favorite helmet of all time in any Halo was the GRD helmet, which was in Halo Reach, and it was supposed to be like a DLC helmet. And they're taking that and they put it in MCC. So like that got me back into playing it. So it's just stuff like that they're getting people to come back into Halo because it's not stagnant anymore. It's not like Halo 5, just the same thing over and over and over. But if you're playing it like competitively, like that doesn't really matter as much. But there's more people. Well, I guess with your to have viewers, you would. All right, you've made your case. It's Halo 3. I'm talking
Really?
it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we could end the video there because, like, from
I'm
everything
talking
you've
it out to
said,
myself.
I think what killed it for me, the melee is pretty terrible because being able to just bum rush me and out punch me, that sucks. But then you're like, and you can't outplay rockets, that sucks too. So okay, I'm down to play 3. What is the competitive scene like in 3 versus 5?
You got a lot more OG pros that are playing now since it's become more popular. Um, what do you mean by like how do the competitive scenes differ? Like who's in which game?
Is there still life in like our communities hosting tournaments in 3 and 5
Yes,
still? Okay.
yes, way more. They're in both, but Halo 3, I'd say way more. They
Okay.
3 for Free itself had like a couple Halo Free like tournaments for like the championship of Halo, and that got a lot of people back into it. And so like there's a lot more fan tournaments and just local, not local, but like smaller organized tournaments in Halo 3 than Halo 5.
Wow. I see. I didn't know that. I just assumed people would play the new one.
Like people underestimate like how big Halo 3 and Halo 2 were. Like MLG was founded on Halo. Like Halo was it. And then Halo 4 and Halo Reach just destroyed all of it.
All
And
right.
so
Okay. I want you to tell me a little bit about that kind of stuff now. Now that we've sort of definitively decided where we're going to go, what happened? Because which one was it? Was it the first Halo that the first tournament was like $1 million prize pool?
I think the first $1 million prize pool was Halo. I have to. I know there was like in total a lot more money to be made in the like there was a lot more tournaments for like Halo 3 and Halo 2. Although I do know Halo 5 had the biggest prize pool ever for a Halo game. Even though a lot of people hate it, Halo 5 was the most profitable Halo game. It's made Microsoft the most money because they have rec packs and stuff. And I don't want to get into that because it's a whole other thing. It's like not pay to win, but like you get stuff that helps you play better, but it's not play to win,
Okay.
or it's not pay to win. Um, I think Halo 5 had like a $2.5 million prize pool for like the first big tournament, which is pretty big.
Dude, that's
Um,
insane.
it's pretty massive. But then like Halo 4 only really had one big championship because like no one liked it. Like they only had one. Halo 5 had championships up until like 2018, I think. I think I went to last maybe 19. And I was at the last one. But like nobody liked Halo 4. They had one and done.
When you say you were at
It
the
was
last one, did you compete or just attend it?
no, I just attended that
Okay.
one.
Okay. I got excited for
I wish I
what?
competed. No.
Yeah.
I would not be able to compete with those guys. I have a story real quick.
Okay.
There's this guy named Shotzi who is
Oh yeah,
he
I've
was
seen I've seen him
16.
play.
Yeah, dude's insane. Um, I was playing with a friend of mine who he was on our team, and we were just double queuing in a team arena, which is a competitive playlist in Halo 5. And we saw his Smurf, and it was like capture the flag on truth. And we were playing, and he was just running around in circles, not doing anything, like just jumping around the map. You could kill him. He let us get up 2 flags. It's 3 to win. And in 2.5 minutes, this man ran everything. Like we got absolutely destroyed just by one guy. In like in 2.5, 3 minutes, it was all over. And it was the most perfect Halo I've seen played in my entire life. And he was just frigging around. He let us get up 2 flags. Um, I'm gonna tell a story, and you can cut it if it's
Okay.
this is so if you want. I don't care if it stays in or
I'm
not.
sure I'll
But
leave it in.
and I was at DreamHack Atlanta, and I was not. I was helping run the tournaments, and we needed an Ethernet cable.
What
And I
year was
was
this?
friends with the. I think this was the last tournament. This was like
Okay.
2018, 2019,
Okay.
right in there. And we needed an Ethernet cable, and I was obviously friends with the people running the Halo Big DreamHack Championship thing. So I was like, they got one over there. So like, I'm walking over there, but at the time they were only allowing players and staff back into the like where they were housing all the like consoles and stuff. So I had to get somebody to like walk with me, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just like working here. I don't know how any of this stuff is." And I was explaining to him the difference between like Tox and Splice, and how Tox are like the good guys and everyone likes them, and Splice are these evil like stupid people that everyone hates. And I'm literally saying like, there's this curtain that separates the like players, the consoles, like all the stuff from like the main stage, and we're walking through the curtain. I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, yeah, Spice are these like punk kids. Everyone hates them. And I turn and like they're right there, like just looking at me. And Straussy just goes, and I'm like, yeah. So where's the Ethernet cable? We just like walk and we go get it. But like, I called them punks. And
Nice.
kind of to their faces, but yeah. Also, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if anyone cares, but there were massive rumors going around at the event that they would like
Oh yeah,
take
yeah,
enhancing. Yeah,
yeah. Let's
not
not.
gonna name it, but
We could speculate. You've told me about the theories and stuff. Let's not make this
yeah.
about that. But okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You
Where
have
does
those
this go?
experiences because I never.
Yeah,
I was too young to compete
I got
in Siege, but my friends did anyways, and they fought like some people who are still in the league today, but I never did.
I got to meet a lot of like I met Snakebite. It's kind of cool. Like Royal 2 and Royal 1 were like the most talkative out of everyone that you meet in person, but like in the games are like pretty quiet. It's Snakebite in game. He's like really talkative. You meet him in person. I'm like, hey, big fan. He's like, thanks, man. And like didn't say anything else. Like, but he was invested. Like he was just like it was like kind of awkward almost. But like the other guys were just like, yeah, what's up? Um, so that was pretty interesting. Uh, it's cool to like meet some like down to earth people because like they've been with Halo like throughout everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one thing I noticed was that the competitive life for some of these pros was like I watched Pistola. I watched him fight Ninja. And I was like, what the heck? I just watched this guy like playing in Halo 5 and he's been playing since Reach. That's nuts. Cuz in Siege, unless you were like top 20 players, you only have like maybe a year and a half to 2 years, and then you're done. You're washed up. Like they replace you. It's crazy.
Wow. That's actually pretty like insane to me because like Pistola and like Ace are in like so many. I have a friend who was a pro at Halo 2. He wasn't like huge, but he won like thousands of dollars. Like it was like tens of thousands of dollars. And like he was like still exceptionally like he could have gone pro at Halo 5, but like, you know, he had a family at that point. So like the skill doesn't like leave you almost. Where like in certain games, are you saying that like it does?
So
like you have 1 to 2 years.
The way that Siege is that if your primary role is a fragger, you are realistically you're too old by the time you turn 18 to really do it. I'd say the person who did the best was Bolo because he was the prodigy. He was like 16, 17. Pros were calling him hackers or a hacker because he would dumpster them in like pub games. And then he got signed to TSM, which is like one of the biggest orgs in esports. He couldn't even play the first game because he hadn't had his birthday yet. But then he came in and just disrupted the whole thing because he was probably the youngest player, and so he could outslay everybody just because his reflexes were so much faster. So that's the biggest thing is how fast your reflexes are is going to dictate how fast you're going to remain as like a fragger.
That's crazy.
But like in my opinion, the best players in the world are Pengu and Canadian, and they've both played since the very beginning. and I think, let's see, I know Canadian won. Oh, the Invitational's coming up. I don't even play, but I'm gonna watch it. Canadian won the last one, and then Pengu won the two before. But they're both old. But they are playing with their teams that they started off with. I don't think any of those players play anymore. They're like the only two, because everybody else just had to get replaced because they were either too slow or they couldn't continue sinking the same amount of time in. But yeah,
There is
you go.
some degree of that in Halo. So like Tox, they did play in some of the earlier ones, but like not huge. Like a lot of they didn't make it far. So like I think the oldest guy in Tox when they won 2017, 2016 was like 24. But you do have people like Pistola. Well, also you can play a lot younger in Halo. Like they'll let anyone play. Like Shotzi was like 16 when he won the championship, maybe even 15. He was really young. I'm surprised that Rainbow doesn't let you do that.
I
So
it might be an international something another, but I don't know because when they said that, what was Fortnite? Was it 14?
Yeah, it was definitely not 18 or 16. It was pretty young because wasn't the dude who won it like 16?
Yeah, Booga was like 16. They actually said that they had the age limit to like a certain thing, and then they lowered it, and then like that age group that they allowed in made up like a decent. It might have been 20% of the people that made it to like the first invitational were from that category. But that makes sense because that's when your reflexes are often crazy high at then, and there's no other sport that like encourages that kind of mental like that mental capability, because like reflex wasn't part of any real sport, like the primary focus of any sport till video games. So yeah, but yeah, that did suck. I would have loved to have competed when I was younger, but by the time I was old enough to compete, like I had to move out for college, and like I couldn't have like worked to get a gaming PC because I had school.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're like, yeah man, 16-year-olds come on in, I definitely would have gotten a PC and tried to go pro. So it sucks that they did that, but yeah.
Dude, I wish I got like an actual setup because I was with this one guy online, and this was after like I'd won the majority of my money in Halo 5, but he was like, I can't believe there's kids who sit on their bed looking up at a TV and think they can go pro. And I'm sitting on my bed looking up at my TV, and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, huh? Like I wonder like what I could have done if I had like a legit monitor. Like I'm running the original Xbox One.
Yeah,
Like
no, same.
like I
That's what I'd play on.
possibility the worst setup. But like if I had like an X with like a legit monitor, I remember I was this was at Halo Outpost, which was like kind of like a convention type thing for Halo. It wasn't like a tournament or anything. It was just like cool Halo stuff. And they had like a bunch set up, and like I felt like I was playing lights out against like they weren't like actual pros. They were like kind of like me, like semi pros. I was dominating them. I was like, dude, I need to go get a monitor and like legit setup.
Yeah, if I'd say like the biggest things that helped with my performance was going from a 32-inch 720p to a 24-inch like 1080p monitor. That like significantly helps. And then optimizing your controller layout is definitely another big factor. Okay, another question. If Infinite comes out, do we play it on Xbox or do we play it on PC? Because I think I want a PC. Will it be cross?
It will be cross-play,
Okay.
but what I don't know why this has happened. If they were just more comfortable, but they held a PC Xbox
I
like
saw.
tournament,
Oh,
and like
okay. I didn't.
everyone just went back. Well, it was PC, but like everyone went back to Xbox. Like I guess it wasn't as good as they thought it was going to be because like people returned to Xbox. So I don't know if it's just going to take some like people that are really good at PC to like start Halo Infinite on a PC rather than start it on Xbox and then go to PC.
Let's do it.
For like
That's you and me.
dude, I can't play on a PC. I'll play with a controller on a PC, but I can't like use no
Dude,
keyboard
I'll
and
send you my
mouse.
mouse and keyboard setup because it took me about a little less than a month to get comfortable with it. I was not like I have some clips I need to upload of Valorant just to get them off this hard drive. Because like for never using mouse and keyboard before, I thought I did pretty well. But like I'm using this thing instead of a keyboard. It's got a thumb pad for movement, which is that's the future. Like it's gonna take a while, but people are gonna switch from WASD to like a thumbstick or something like that. And then the rest of this are for like keybinds and everything. And then I have like just a super light mouse. I think it's 2 grams lighter than the not the BenQ. Whatever the final, no, not final mouse. Whatever the G Pro wireless. It's 2 grams lighter than the G Pro wireless, but it's wired. I don't really care because I have a good bungee setup. And then a giant mouse pad. I'll send you what I use because like it's pretty awesome. But yeah, if it comes down to it, we can switch to mouse and keyboard. Wait, could we switch to mouse and keyboard on the Xbox?
Yeah, you can use mouse and keyboard.
Can we
on
do that in
Xbox.
Halo
You can just
5?
Plug it in. Actually, don't. I know.
Yeah, because
I don't think so. I don't think you can do it.
okay.
I know they have support, like across all of Xbox for PC or not PC, but like keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, but Siege you can't run mouse and keyboard on Xbox. If you could, that would be insane. But you can't, so you just have to get good with the controller or buy an emulator. Screw you if you.
You ever seen games like are better played with a controller than like I know Rocket League people only use controllers. Like nobody uses PC and mouse.
You can use keyboards in Smash Bros. I don't. They might be the future. I know. Leffen did a video on it recently because I think he might switch over. But for fighting games right now, it's controller. For racing games, it's controller. Actually, the thing with video games is that Fortnite, the superior way to play is with a controller.
Why?
Aim assist. Aim assist is I think it's gonna get killed off at some point because it's so ridiculous.
Like every
like
game?
I hope so. I hope aim assist dies. Aim assist is why I like playing the older CODs though. I don't like the new ones so much because sniping with aim assist is so much fun. Because
that's why I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Like people have better times when they get lots of kills and they feel like they're not getting cheated. So like you'd be like, I totally hit that. Can you imagine how many people would be saying that if aim assist wasn't a thing? Like people would be mad at the video games and they'd go to something that has aim assist because they feel like it's rewarding them more. Like as you were saying.
Yeah, but I feel like
you said it's like more rewarding.
No, it's not. It's not more rewarding. I said it's fun.
Like to you, like it's fun. That's why.
No.
But the majority of people who like play those games aren't playing it to like,
dumpstering kids in Siege, getting called a hacker because of my sensitivity. That is rewarding. With no aim assist in Siege, that's fun. Aim assist needs to die. Like I'll play Halo. I'll embrace it. I want to switch to mouse and keyboard at some point in Halo. But for now, I'm like, all right, we'll play a game with aim assist again because that's easy. But yeah, any game with aim assist, like Call of Duty, controller is meta. There was another one. Call of Duty. I'm not sure about Battlefield because competitive Battlefield was always like kind of stupid. I watched some of it. Because dude, if it was like 32 versus 32, a competitive domination or something, not dominate, conquest, that would be one of the sickest things to watch, but they don't do that in Battlefield. That would be pretty cool, but yeah, I think controller is meta in any game that has aim assist, but stuff like Counter-Strike or Overwatch, even though Overwatch has really good I think it has the best aim assist because it's good enough that it makes it an enjoyable experience, but it doesn't make it OP, so it's still better to use mouse and keyboard. I think that's the way it should be. I think you should separate console and PC, and for controllers, it should be fun, but it shouldn't be better. That's what I think. So don't eliminate aim assist, just nerf it. But yeah, I think do they even let you compete mouse and keyboard in Halo, or is everyone like, that's stupid because why not use aim assist?
Yeah, I think I've never seen somebody like given the choice uses a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was saying. Like with the PC tournament, they like all went back to like Xbox.
In that tournament, were they
and like
playing on
they're using
controller,
controlling.
or were they playing on mouse and keyboard?
There were some people playing on mouse and keyboard, I think. But I think there was the option. It was just like PC, just like show off the MCC. But even
Okay.
the people on like
I want
that
to watch it.
use the controller, or not controller, but like keyboard and mouse, I don't think they did as well. Maybe, and that might be because they like didn't get time to get used to it. So like I don't know if that was like
but
good.
It would be easy to get used to. The problem is it wouldn't be better because aim assist is so potent in Halo. But yeah. All right, so we're playing Halo 3.
Yep.
What's
Here we go. God.
What's your schedule like this weekend? Because I gotta work evenings. But
I think I'm pretty free this week. I just gotta get all my school done.
okay, I don't. Yeah, school's ridiculously easy this first like week in 2 weeks. Well, I might get a bunch of homework tomorrow. We'll see. Probably not. But yeah, I work evenings, so I think the best day to stream. Do you have Fridays off?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Completely off. No school, no work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Completely off. I do have some stuff due Friday, so if I procrastinate.
Okay, get it done Thursday. I'll get all my stuff done. Cause I can't do. It's only $20. I might not even have $20 in my bank account, but we'll see. Yeah. Cause I'd love to play Friday. Just start streaming it every Friday. That would be a lot of fun. Okay. So we'll get Halo 3. How many gigs is it? The Master Chief.
So like, you can either get all of it, or you can just download Halo 3 multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
And so like, you might be able to get away with like 5 gigs just for the multiplayer if that's all you're wanting.
Okay. How much is it?
Maybe
well,
even
you know
less.
what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna pull it up for the stream to see Halo MCC. Xbox. Where do you buy your games from?
Well, I haven't had to buy games because I have Ultimate.
Okay.
And I kind of get that for free. But if I did buy games, I think I used to be like a physical media supremacist, where I was like, I want to own it. But like,
yeah,
now you just like, it just follows you. So like, I'm gonna be on it. Like, I'm never gonna go to PlayStation.
yeah, me
I'll
either.
have Nintendo like in addition to an Xbox. So like, if I buy it all digitally on Xbox, you know, it's not going anywhere, and I'm just going to be able to play it because Xbox is doing backwards compatibility. It's a huge thing. So it'll just follow me. So I think I'm just going to buy it on like digitally from now on.
Okay. How much is Ultimate? What is that? Xbox.
It's like it's
away.
Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass on PC. You can, if you have like an Android, you can stream it to your phone from the cloud. It's just like everything Xbox offers in one package. Did you see the thing about like how they were trying to increase Xbox Live?
I did.
People freaked out. They went back down. That was because they wanted to push people to Ultimate. So it was going to become closer in price to where you were just going to be like, well, might as well just get Ultimate.
Okay. I kind of respect that. They'd be better off just saying, hey, no more Live, only Ultimate. But I can see why they don't do that. That's the thing, dude. If I get a PC, it's almost to the point. I mean, I've made all my money back from YouTube, but it's almost to the point where it's like, all right, I've spent $300 on Live, at least. And that plus my Xbox plus like my controller and everything, all of that's almost come up to like a decent, not a PC. It wouldn't be that good though. So yeah, but if I get a PC, won't freaking have to pay for live anymore. So that's totally worth it. So it's like $40. Again, I don't know if I have that much money.
You can buy the games individually.
Really?
Spend $10 and only get Halo 3. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, I would just do that then. Okay, I'm gonna look up if I can do that. If I can do that, I'll purchase and download it right now. Halo
$10.
MCC for sale. Yeah, this one seems to be cheaper. I should just go to the Xbox website. So, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though I can get... Well, I can actually just show off what I'm doing right now, I suppose. So, we'll do that so we can see Wham and me. And Halo Reach, $10. Or it looks like I can only seem to get one or the other. Maybe I'm stupid. Okay, Halo 3. Nah, it sort of looks like I'm only able to buy 3 if I get the Master Chief Collection. Which sucks. Do you know some people that can just give me the game? I'm kidding.
I used to have codes. They might all be expired. I had like 5
free
codes.
game codes, dude. What?
Well, they sent me. It was like for the beta. So like they sent me a bunch for the beta, and then it's like, thanks for playing the beta. Yeah, but I think they're all expired, or you had to like use it like very quickly. I'll go look though.
Okay.
Probably not though.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to buy it. All right, I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'll have enough money by Tuesday to get it for sure. But I'll see if I can get it because I'd love to stream this Friday. But I gotta work on my freaking snake, dude. My worm. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna show stream. Or not stream, whoever's watching. Boom. I'm working on this. It's almost done. Follow my Instagram and freaking see the cool stuff I make. Because that's what I've been working on lately. Because I'm like, okay, Smash Bros. Is fun, but I need to do something more productive with my time. Like learn a new skill. Mm-hmm. And that's currently what I'm doing. So, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, we've been going for an hour and 12 minutes. That's pretty good. That's shorter than I thought this would be. And I'm glad we came to a decision. We're going to play Halo 3 until...
I just started talking it out, and I was like, God. The only option is Halo 3.
Okay.
I am sad, though, that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer to play Halo 5.
We'll see, dude. We'll see. I can always ask people for money and then just pay them off, because my family's nice. So...
I'm just going to wait for you to get, like, incredibly mad at Halo 3 because the deleting shots and all that mess.
Nah, dude. If people can do it on a controller, I can do it. I'm not at all concerned.
Just wait.
And I found my thumb pads for my controller. I lost them and then I found them. So that's good. Somebody spilled some stuff on this thing. Okay.
I wish I got really good at Elite controller, but I just have normal controller.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like.
All right. Do you know how? I want to know what my the top I could have ever played at, because like I'm guessing here, and I could have been here, because like my monitor, the way I was sitting, my controller, and I still made
the way
hundreds
you're
of
sitting.
dollars. Yeah,
how far
I sit
are you?
like this, looking up at the TV.
Oh, that's what you currently do?
Yeah.
Dude, you told me how much your college cost. Just freaking get a... All right. We'll talk about it later.
You want to know another
Kids,
thing?
don't buy Scuff. I got a Scuff. Scuff sucks. Buy an Elite. don't buy Scuff. If they, I will never have them sponsor me, so I don't care. Hopefully, I don't get signed to an esports team that is sponsored by them because I will dump everything. I will dumpster them on Twitter. All right, we can talk more about this. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you made it to the end, what should they say? They should say, "Hey Mason, I want to see that cool 3D render you're working." Comment that, and I'll follow you back on Instagram or something. I don't know. I'll shout you out on Instagram because you deserve. Yeah, thanks. All right, go check out William's channel, Anything Gaming. I'll probably put the link in description. I definitely will.
I also have Anything Halo, which is I made a discovery of a Easter egg. It was in Halo Reach hidden for a very long time, and it actually got featured on somebody who is significantly bigger than me. I think he has like 200,000 subs now.
That's
I don't know
cool.
if I ever said that to you, but yeah.
I did not know that. But yeah, subscribe for Halo. I don't know, probably Halo content
in the coming years.
Yeah, man.
Halo content.
It'd be a fun game, fun series to follow. We might do that. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess one more question. Do you think that Halo is going to? Do you think it's going to last staying on Xbox, or do you think it's going to become like something PC players play?
Okay. If it was paid, I would say I would lean more to it would stay Xbox for a lot more time, but the multiplayer is going to be free for everything. Halo Infinite is going to have free multiplayer. And so, like,
what does that mean?
There's not a risk. It's like Fortnite. You can just download it and just download Halo Infinite and play the multiplayer. It's going to be free.
That's sick. I didn't know that. Wow.
So now there's not a risk for people getting involved. So it's going to go to PC pretty quick.
Dude, I didn't know that.
I know. I that's even really more good because I can't have like squeakers like beating me. I can't.
Oh, it's gonna happen, dude. Not really. Well, no, probably not. Unless the squeakers
talking about Fortnite.
Unless the squeakers have like parents that played Halo, it's probably not gonna happen because the squeakers dominate because they can pick up new stuff really quick. But if you have the discipline and all of the stuff down, you could stay in esports for a very long time. That's the thing people don't realize is that old people, like people in their late 20s and everything, and even in Siege, the best players.
People in the late 20s.
Yeah, I know. It's just, video games are brutal, but like the best players are in their late 20s, but it's a job for them. They made it their job, and they work at it like it's a job. So if you do that, you can stay alive in the esports realm. It's just hard. Yeah. With that, come play Halo Infinite with us. It's currently like at least 7 months away. But hey.
Yeah, November. It's very far.
Yeah.
But there's going to be betas. Multiple betas.
Okay.
I'm willing to say in like next 3 months, there will be a beta. I'll be playing Halo Infinite.
All right. Thanks for listening.